Hey everybody, welcome to Blue Mountain Airsoft. My name's Mac and today we are going to do an unboxing. This little one from High Pressure Air, which I think we'll start with this one. Let's start with this one. I'm going to move the big one out of the way, then we'll start with that one. Okay, so little one from High Pressure Air, something I've been quite keen on, looking for a little while. Went with this because of the functionality it has over the sort of competing products. They're all about the same price. As I think I already said, this one came from High Pressure Air. And let's have a look, shall we? Well packaged. Box inside a box. Doesn't say what it is on there. What else we got? Bubble wrap, box can go. And just a shipping delivery note. So, what have we got? The T238 Speed Loader Pro Edition. Electronic speed loader. Obviously there are some others out there. Odin, I think Tokyo Marine have just bought one out. And then obviously you've got the more expensive ones like the Vanguard. I decided to go for this one because of the functionality of it telling me, that little screen, either presetting the amount of BBs that come out of it or it telling me how many have loaded. So opening it up then, straight away in the box we've got user manual, which is multiple languages. Where's the English start? Safety warning, shut off, precautions, all the functionality of it, specifications, details of how to use it. It's got a nice little list there of sort of all the different functions that the menu has so that you can find what you're looking for on there before scrolling through the menu. Let's pull it out then. Nicely packaged, foam on the bottom, foam on the top. I quite like this being clear as well because you're able to see what's going on. Nice little what's that, a 3D printed ring there. There's a bit of a protector for the button. And then what we've got in the little pouch here, I believe, yep, so we've got 4 little rubberized feet, 3M sticky back if we want to stick them on the bottom, and a selection of different loading attachments. Yeah, that's about it really. So we've got a nice door on the top there. I think I might do a bit of a more in-depth review of this. Obviously it runs on a LiPo battery. I'm not sure if it's 7.4 or 11.1 or if it can run on both. But what I may do is I may put this back away. We'll find a battery and some BBs and we'll go through the all the functions of it in a separate video because it probably deserves its own video. So let's just chuck this back in. If we can fit it in. Foam on the top. Attachments down the side. Right. So that's T38 speed loader from High Pressure Air. So for this I paid £106.94. So that's what I mean. It's about on par, I believe, with the prices of the Odin and certainly the TM. Obviously the Vanguard's considerably more. But yeah, I think for the price, the added functionality, that's the one I went for. Right, let's get into the big box. Let me pull that up on my screen so that I can go through prices at the same time, which is there. Okay, the big box. Now, before we open this, I have to say, I ordered this from BZ Tactical. They are based in, I can't remember exactly where now, although I can probably tell you. They are based in Stockton-on-Tees, so northeast England. I'm based in Kent, so southeast England. This turned up on my door 26 hours after I clicked order. You cannot fault that sort of turnaround speed. Next day delivery wasn't expensive. I think it was like £6 or something like that to get next day delivery, and as long as you order before 3 p.m. Monday to Thursday, they will do next day delivery. They do also have an option for if you want to order it on Friday, they've got an option for next day delivery on a Saturday, which is a little bit more, like £7 or something like that. You cannot fault the speed that it arrived with me. So let's get into it. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. We'll get all the bits out the box and then you'll be able to see a bit better. Lots of this corrugated cardboard packaging stuff. That can all go down there for now. We love this. Can you see? You can probably, some of you that recognise it will be able to tell what the main thing in the box is. I have to say, guys, as well, if you're like me and you've got a garage or shed or indoors that you set your guns up and that sort of stuff, this corrugated sort of card stuff, if you jam it all in a small box, not too tight, it's great as a BB catcher if you're trying to do chrono tests and stuff like that indoors. Great stuff, that is. But yeah, really well packaged. Really well packaged. Okay, so where shall we start? Let's put this down on the floor, and then I think we'll start with the main event, because everything else is just going to let you know what the main event is anyway. So the main event, let's just undo those tabs there quickly. It's a Wolverine Tactical MTW. I've wanted one of these for a little while. I finally said enough's enough. I'm going to buy it. I am a fan of HPA, and you know, Wolverine at the moment, they're just the best at what they do, aren't they? But which one have I gone for? So I have gone for, let me get this right, the Billet Series 10-inch SBR in the Unleashed variant. So with the HPA tank as the stock, the small HPA tank as the stock. So let's open this up. So a bit of foam on the top, again, really nicely packaged. So in the box we are getting, what's in here? Quick start guide. Let's open this up. So we got quick start guide, assembly. So this is specifically for the Unleashed variant. Obviously it does come with the battery grip, so it's just telling you how to install your tank, how to install your stock, batteries in the battery grip, all those sorts of things, and some basics on assembly, disassembly and reassembly. We've also got here a official Wolverine Airsoft. This is our warranty card and QR code for the owner's manual, a bit more in depth. We've got a set of O-rings specifically for no, not specifically for. So we've got a set of O-rings here that includes, it's got a little list here of what O-rings are included. But obviously I've got some extras here for the Wraith stock, as well as the standard ones for the internals. A couple of tools there. We've got a couple of Allen keys. A small clear disc with a tiny little hole in it. No idea what that's for. And then what else have we got in here? We've got a nice Wolverine patch, Velcro backed with a bit of Velcro you can sew on something if you don't want to put it on something that's already got Velcro on it. Nice patch though, that. I like that. Don't need that anymore. What else did we get? Let's put this behind us because I'm only going to drop it on the floor. What else do we get in here? So we've obviously got the PTS EPM MTW mag with the empty mag detection. Yep. What else we got in here? So Combat Game Essentials. So we've got a bit of a user manual for the tank that ships with the Wolverine Unleashed series, and that is about it. There's quite a few of these little silica gel things in here. Don't eat them, but they are great to throw in your gun case in case it's raining when you go out and play. It just helps suck a bit of that moisture out and stops things getting rusty. And then we've got, I think, is that everything? That's everything. Then we've got the replica itself. Chuck that down there for a minute, and let's get my handy dandy 3D printed stand. Oh, fits perfectly. Yeah, so this is the gun as it ships. I believe if we loosen this off, we can take the so the stock itself has got a little rubber thing in there, and we've got a wheel that we can wind to tighten it onto the tank. A little 13 CI tank. So this comes with tank regulator. What's that? That's a 3000 PSI Combat Game Essentials 13 CI cylinder with regulator, fill valve, all that good stuff already fitted. Then we've got the replica itself. So it's got obviously the Wraith X stock already included, which has got the regulator for the gun. Comes with an orange flash hider, which is on a 14mm counterclockwise thread. So obviously that will be being replaced. I believe, I don't know, I'll have to message BZ and ask them. I was under the impression that it ships with, it's definitely not one in the box, it ships with a black flash hider as well. But maybe that's something they stopped doing, or it just got left out of mine. But either way, I'm not bothered because I have a plan for what's going to go on the front there. Obviously, we've got the battery grip. So we've got our little, on the bottom of the battery grip, we'll get a little on-off switch to provide power. Yeah, and it's nice. I'm very much looking forward to getting this all set up. Put this back on here for now. Obviously the cylinder doesn't come filled because they wouldn't be able to ship it that way. So you do need to bear in mind if this is your first sort of entry to HPA, that you are going to have to find a way to fill it. Yeah, and it is as simple as that. What can I say? I don't know. I've got some obviously furniture and bits that I've bought to put on this, some accessories. So I am going to do a separate video on getting this set up and ready for my first day's gameplay. But yeah, very, very excited about it. So price for this from BZ Tactical was £819.98, including VAT. And that's everything that you've seen here, including tank regulator. So as long as you've got a way of filling the tank up, one magazine, and it is ready to go. So yeah, so all of this stuff that is included, paperwork, packs, tools, that's what you get for that price, 820 quid from BZ Tactical. It's not the cheapest, but I think for what you're getting, a HPA gun that doesn't have a line, I think that's really good. So let's move this out of the way and carry on with what else is in the box. Put that there for now. Next up, we've got another box that says Wolverine Airsoft on it, and quite simply, it's the box of another 5 PTS EPM MTW Wolverine mags with the empty mag detection on them. So these are mid caps. I think they are these 120 rounds. Can't remember now. I think they're 120 rounds. I could be wrong. But got another 5 of them because obviously they're a mid cap. And they're the ones that are designed to go with the gun. So I thought I'd spend the money and splash out a little bit. A 5-pack of these came to £139.96, just marginally cheaper than if you bought 5 individually, I think, just because they're pre-boxed. But obviously that means with the one that comes with the gun, that gives me 6 mags. So happy with that. What else have we got? So we bought these 2 little things. Now obviously it's the unleashed version. So I have no concept at the moment how long that tiny little tank on the back is going to last. So what I purchased is another 2 HK Army 3000 PSI 13 CI capacity tanks. So I can effectively have 3 tanks filled up. So if I get partway through a game day and I'm starting to get a bit low, I can just back to the safe zone, swap out the tank. These come again with a regulator and fill valve on them. So it is literally a case of undoing that stock, screwing the new one in, putting the stock onto this, and we're good to carry on again. So yeah, I don't know yet how long each one of these is going to last, how many shots. I am going to work that out for you, and once I've got an answer for that, we will let you know. But I thought it was sensible to get some spares because we don't want to get halfway through a game day and then just not be able to carry on. So total now 3 tanks. The tanks were is that right? So tanks were £39.95 each, so 40 quid per tank. Bought 2 of them, so £80. But that now gives me a total of three tanks that I can take to the game day, filled, ready to use, and hopefully that will be more than enough. I know a lot of sites nowadays have got the capacity to refill, but if you run out mid-game, you don't want to be asking a marshal to come back and turn the machine on and fill it up and all those sorts of things for you. No, if you use one of them up halfway through in the morning, at least at lunchtime, you can maybe get that one refilled, ready for the afternoon. We got that. So, I also got, because I'm going to be taking spare tanks, I've already got one of these, but I thought I'd buy another one. HK Army Tank Thread Guard, just because obviously I'm going to be transporting one tank on the gun. 2 tanks are going to be loose. So I thought having a thread protector just to stick on the top, make sure there's no way that the valve can get knocked, or any dirt, mud, anything can get into those threads and then potentially into the gun and cause me problems later on. I thought I would get one of these. These are £10, so I think just to protect your tank, like, they're brilliant. They also come on the top. Let me pop this out. They also come with, I don't know if you can see it quite there, on the top of it here, they come with, I don't want to take them off because they're a pain in the arse to get off, 2 spare O-rings for inside the regulator. So it's the most likely O-ring that you're going to lose when you remove your tank from the regulator. So these thread protectors that come from HK Army come with 2 spare O-rings on them attached, which I think is a handy place because it's exactly where you're going to need them. And yeah, good thing, £10, no brainer. I also got an HK Army regulator extender because I wasn't sure. Obviously, the downside of the way the Unleashed system works, that you've got the stock attached, or sort of is a shroud effectively over the bottle. The length of the bottle is the length of pull. So if that was a little bit too short, I thought, no, the only option really is just to be able to extend it out. It's not even an inch, probably 3/4 of an inch, by putting a regulator extender on it. So I bought one so that I can have a play and see how it feels. May not use it. But again, £10, HK Army regulator extender. Give it a go. So that's those bits. And I think we just have, let me double check, just one thing left. I wanted to add the Bluetooth functionality to my MTW. I've got an Ace-Tech chronograph. I am looking at buying a Ace-Tech tracer with the chronograph built in. So I thought it just makes sense. The Blink integrated control board that effectively replaces the trigger board in the standard MTW adds in that Bluetooth functionality, so you've got access to the Wolverine app, and you can do some clever things, like if you've got an Ace-Tech tracer, there's a program that you can use. If your Ace-Tech tracer is Bluetooth, you can connect both of the Blink board and the Ace-Tech tracer to the app, and you can do some things to automatically set the dwell to make sure you're getting dwell right, which I thought with this particular rifle is probably quite important, because obviously you've got quite a small tank comparatively to what most people run for HPA. So you want to make sure that you're using enough air out of that tank to get the most out of your gun, but you're not wasting it. So I decided to get this from day one. This was Wolverine Blink Bluetooth FCU for MTW or Article Series. This was £150. and obviously I've got to fit it, which is something I'm going to do later on. Not difficult to fit, but I think the benefit is well worth it. So that's my unboxing. I'm going to come back a bit later with a video for what's going to be the next video. The next video is probably going to be fitting the Blink FCU to the Wolverine, and then getting it all set up ready for my next game day. So thanks for watching. If you've got any questions about anything that I have unboxed today, there probably will be a video coming soon. But yeah, any questions, stick it in the comments below. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff.